Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wyld. Today we are talking about Uber Eats tried to short me. Cancellation fees are canceled. So while I'm doing my own gig work, I had a situation with Uber Eats. I remember people saying that they had gone through this themselves, and a part of me didn't believe it, or maybe it was just not that big of an issue at the time until I experienced it firsthand, because I haven't had too many issues with Uber Eats lately. Now, Uber Eats tried to short me on a cancellation fee order that was canceled from something so far outside of my control. And I want to talk to you guys about that. So with that said, we are talking about how I almost got shorted on Uber, what they were saying, what the community was saying versus how it actually is, and everything in between. But before we do that, let's go over a quick disclaimer. The content of this video does not contain, is never intended to be, legal, business, financial, tax, or health advice of any kind. This video is for entertainment purposes only. It is advised that you conduct your own research and consult qualified professionals before applying anything you find online. I also want to be clear that everything that we're going to be going over in this video is very market dependent, and what applies to me in my market may not apply to you. So with that said, let's get started. The order itself. So on my way back from delivering a Walmart Spark order, I received an order on Uber Eats. Nothing crazy. $12, 6 miles, 5 guys. I would have to make a crazy U-turn, but that's not so bad. I got to the location. The parking lot was full of people trying to leave for some reason. There were people coming in, but more people trying to leave. I thought that was odd. That said, I get there, park, make my way inside, and I say, hey, I'm picking up for Uber Eats. I didn't say the name. I just said I was picking up for Uber Eats, and they claimed that Uber canceled the order. Now, I don't know how valid this was, to be honest. They were making orders and it didn't seem like anyone was in there. So I assumed they were mobile orders of some kind. Like, I didn't even give them a name, so I think they just weren't willing to send it to me. Either way, if they didn't want to give me the order or it was canceled, I will have to talk to support to get this order canceled. Dealing with support. I don't know if you ever had to deal with support lately, but the chatbot you have to go through prior is really annoying. I go through the prompts, explain that none of these reasons apply, and they just bring me right back to the beginning. Then I just type in agent a few times until they finally give me the option to call. I got on the call, I gave them all the information to have the order canceled. She claims that the order isn't eligible for a cancellation fee. What? The order was canceled by an event that was outside of my control. The restaurant would not fulfill the order because they claimed you canceled it because you wouldn't fulfill the contract, or the restaurant wouldn't fulfill the contract, so you won't provide me the $3 fee. Like, it's one thing if it's like half pay on Doordash, some of that stuff can really add up, but the $3 fee, are you serious? DD covers half the value of the order and you can't even follow through with cancellation fees? I didn't even let her finish the explanation. I just asked for a supervisor.
Well, I can't guarantee that I was gonna do any.
Just give me a supervisor. I'm on hold for 10 minutes. A supervisor comes on the line and she opens up with this.
Just so you know, this call is being recorded for quality and training purposes.
Yeah, I'm recording on my end too, by the way. I really wasn't. I really should get an app or something so I can record calls. I know iPhone just added that update, but it just wasn't available to me at the time. But I simply just bluffed it for now. And you would be surprised how less bold they are about scamming you when they can be held accountable. After explaining the situation, how this was a violation of contract, she not only gave me the cancellation fee, she gave me $20. That worked out great. Other incidents like mine. Now, I remember somebody reaching out to me via Instagram about this, and I think I brought it up once already on another video, but I can't find it. So whoever you are, thanks for reaching out. But this is also why emails are more effective than sliding into my DMs and people messaging me all the time. Like, I just can't find anything anymore. more. Regardless, I decided to look into more stories about this. This has to be an ongoing issue, right? I heard about it in the past. I'm hearing about it now. I'm experiencing it now. Of course, Reddit did not disappoint. Systematic lies. This is 100% reps blatantly lying to protect their stats. Like us, these reps have stats that indicate their worth. High cancellation rate is bad, even though that's their job. They are expected to remedy a certain percent, and therefore they have a cancellation metric as well. They are 100% bullshitting you when they say you have a limit, etc. It is their job to cancel the order and pay you. If a rep bullshits you, say thank you, hang up, make sure to give them the worst score on their survey and call back. The fact that Uber and Doordash don't care that their inadequate support staff has gradually shifted from shady to criminal is a truly sad sign of the times. These companies pay other entities because they'd rather not have to deal with us, only to be systematically cheated by. I can go on. This is why I'm so quick to just hop on their ass and cut them off mid-sentence, so just give me a supervisor. Like, I know it's one of three things. They're lying through their teeth and they know it. They are just reading from an AI-generated script because that's what they're told to do. Or they barely speak English and there's not going to be much value in arguing with them anyway. So just tell them to shut up and get you a supervisor. Trending with other apps. This is my greatest pet peeve right now. I work almost exclusively on weekends, late nights and early mornings. A large number of orders I get are at closed locations. I have not received a $3 bump in months. I have the same conversation with UE each time, just doing what I'm supposed to do and trying to stop the next guy from coming to the same spot, yet I'm being penalized. DD pays an automatic half compensation, including tip, with literally no questions asked, other than maybe a picture of the location. It's automated. Instacart generally pays the batch fee, usually around $8, with no questions asked. The fact that UE thinks I'm driving long distances at 4 in the morning just to continually steal $3 is mind-blowing. That's what I'm saying. Other companies have no problem paying out the cancellation fee, but they do. The crazy part is that while these companies aren't having an issue with it, there are companies that do. In fact, they're claiming that it's part of their pay structure, which... no, it isn't. You are just making problems within other problems and calling it solutions. Veho has a return policy that if you get a route done early and you have to use extra expenses and mileage on top of the amount that you're supposed to be paid, they will just deny you a return fee and punish you for being efficient. I remember doing a Veho route that was so jumbled and all over the place that I had to reorganize it in my app myself. It goes from a 6-hour route to a 4.5-hour route because they intentionally added an hour and a half, and they wouldn't pay me for the one package I had to return because there was literally no way I was going to be able to deliver it to those doors, which is fucking gross. And when I explained that to them, Nikki Baker, one of the people who works there, decided to deactivate me from the platform Veho because that is the piss poor integrity and character of the failures at Veho. That said, this kind of manipulation is kind of Uber's MO. This is just as much as Veho is, and Veho doesn't even have a call line. Increased volume of theft, and this will lead to even more drivers stealing food. They will compensate themselves one way or another. That's a good point too. This is going to lead to more bad behaviors on the platform. Drivers will steal food unassigned, let another driver deal with it, and be skeptical of well-paying orders. Veho has similar issues now, and a lot of customers are reporting stolen packages from drivers as drivers are getting more and more tired of company nonsense. Why go through the hassle of doing the right thing when doing the wrong thing has less consequences and more longevity? These companies have got to be really careful with these kind of policies though, especially in the socio-political climate we're currently in. Does unassigning make more sense now? You can appeal it easily, but it's $3. I'd rather cancel and then hide in the bushes and watch the next driver lose their shit since the pay will be high after you cancel. Okay, I don't know about hiding in the bushes, but yes, I can see that people would rather just unassign than deal with an AI chatbot or calling support or asking a supervisor, and Uber is kind of counting on the idea that you have the order canceled and not fight with support. Heck, while I was on the phone with support, I received 2 orders that were very well paying because I was on the phone thinking, I'm not going to take another order until I get this done. But that can lead to losing money too.
Oh, come on, Joe. You just made out with an extra $20.
Yeah, I was lucky in this case. Do you know how many times I've rolled the dice with tip baits and cancellation fees and other things that supervisors made me fight for hours for less than $10? That's insane. But like I said, the best ways to keep the money coming in is not to fight with support about it, but to diversify your gig portfolio and develop exit strategies. Why fight for $3 when you can keep the money coming by taking better orders for your time? Hop on as many platforms as possible and keep the order flow high and the nonsense low. One of the best ways you can accomplish that goal is through the Driven Wyld Discord server. The Driven Wyld Discord community is exclusive for gig workers looking to expand their knowledge and expertise in their self-employment and entrepreneurial journeys. I've partnered with high-level professionals to bring you some of the most exclusive benefits based on your personal needs as a gig worker. Exclusive professional opportunities and gig postings. More live streams with high-level professionals in our industry. Educational systems to help you build your own dispatch company as well as other scalable opportunities. Also, Driven Wyld is kicking off their Dispatching for Beginners course in the very near future, and we are changing the game and transforming how businesses serve customers and how gig workers gain more opportunities. So whether you're a gig worker looking for more opportunities to earn or looking for an exit strategy because the gig economy is an income bridge to what would be a long-term goal and not the goal, and you are looking for something with more growth potential or scalability, there is something here for you. Check the link in the description and get started with making the most amount of money in the least amount of time and in the safest possible way. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time.